41 years old. No crash, no final lap, no dramatic finish line, just gone. And last Sunday night at Nashville Superspeedway, under those dark Tennessee clouds, NASCAR tried to keep going, tried to race, tried to breed. What happened on that track was more than a points race. It was a sport saying goodbye to one of its own. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. If you've been following NASCAR all this past week and a half, you already know the gut punch. Kyle Busch, one of the most polarizing, electric, undeniably brilliant drivers this sport has ever seen, passed away on May 21st, not from a racing accident, from pneumonia that turned into sepsis. Think about that for a second. A man who drove at 200 miles per hour for a living, a man who bent race cars to his will for 20 plus years, taken not on the track, but by something invisible. Kyle Larson said it better than I ever could. It just reminds you that there's more life outside of just racing. Enjoy your time on this earth, because you definitely never know when your time is up. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Now, here's the thing. Nashville didn't have to do much to make this weekend feel like a tribute. This track, this place in Middle Tennessee, it already had Kyle Busch's fingerprints all over it. This was the track where, back in 2009, Busch smashed a Les Paul guitar after a win. One of the most iconic, theatrical, rowdy moments in the history of this sport. And then 12 years later, when he won his 100th series victory at this exact venue, he faked like he was going to do it again. The crowd went absolutely nuts. And this past weekend, you couldn't escape the reminders. Hats, shirts, decals, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. running a tribute paint scheme on the 47 car, the number 8 painted near turn 4. The PA going silent during lap 8 of the Cup race. Even country artist Gavin Adcock, the honorary pace car rider, showed up in a black roadie tank top. He said going out there was going to be bittersweet. That word says everything. I'm just going to say it straight. There was a real question in the days after Kyle passed about whether NASCAR should even race, whether the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte should go on as scheduled, and the drivers themselves answered it. Bubba Wallace, who was visibly shaken all weekend, stick with me here, said that the one thing keeping him going was Richard Petty's advice. It's not work when you get in the car. That's where we come to life. And when asked about whether it was right to race in Charlotte just days after Kyle's death, Wallace basically said that if they hadn't raced, Kyle Busch would have been furious, with words that absolutely cannot be repeated on this channel. That's who Kyle was. He lived for competition. He needed that track, and every driver out there knew it. Chase Elliott put it quietly but powerfully. It was really weird not having Kyle there. It's still weird not having him here again this weekend and moving forward. I think it always will be. Now look, Denny Hamlin won the Cracker Barrel 400 from the pole, and that matters for the standings, that matters for the playoff picture. But if I'm being real with you, that wasn't the story coming out of Nashville on Sunday night. The story was the grief, the healing, the entire NASCAR community showing up together. The Truck Series winner Layne bowed to the crowd. Justin Allgaier in the Xfinity Series did the same. A direct nod to the signature celebration style that Kyle Busch made famous over 2 decades. That moment hit different. There will be few places NASCAR visits all season, maybe ever, where the ghost of Kyle Busch won't be present. Nashville just happened to be the first track where it really sank in. Here's what I keep coming back to. NASCAR lost more than the driver. It lost one of its most compelling characters, the guy you either loved or loved to hate, but you always watched. And the drivers left behind, they're navigating something really hard, racing while grieving, competing while carrying something heavy. Bubba Wallace talked about wishing you could hit the fast forward button to Sundays just to escape everything for a couple of hours. The car is the sanctuary now. The track is the therapy. And as this season continues, as these cars circle more tracks where Kyle Busch once made magic, the question isn't whether they'll move on. It's whether the sport will ever feel quite the same. So I want to hear from you. Drop it in the comments right now. What is your single favorite Kyle Busch moment on any track in any series? And do you think NASCAR is handling the tribute the right way, or should they be doing more? Let's talk about it. This community deserves that conversation. If this video hit different for you, hit that like button, subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We're building something real here for fans who actually care about this sport. Until next time, drive fast and remember what Kyle Busch always showed us. Leave it all on the track.